There, I gotcha.
Hey.
Hey, sorry about all that.
No, it's all right. I actually completely forgotten. I was just looking at my emails. I was like, oh, shit.
No worries. I know it's been probably a really long week for you, so no worries there. How are you? How's everything going? How'd the weight cut go?
Yeah, good. I woke up this morning with the 2.5 pounds to cut. So yeah, super easy cut. So they always are for me anyway, because I sort of try and bring my weight down a little bit during fight camp, and yeah, coming to fight week with not too much to have to cut.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Arlene. Again, thank you for taking your time. I know you don't probably have a whole lot of time here, but I do appreciate you taking the time that you do have to come on my podcast.
No worries at all. I'm just in my hotel room having a rest anyway, so actually
Well,
in my pajamas. All good.
I did watch your one of your stories. I think you're just is Tyson Pedro, is he in your corner for this fight or?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, that's sweet. Yeah, so just kind of moving forward here. So I guess how do you feel like? So it wasn't too bad of a weight cut. You look good. Like you look strong at the weight ceremony. So
Yeah. I always like to get to the weigh in and obviously have that first initial stare down and stuff, and I take a lot from that. And I felt good. Obviously, that's not the fight. We don't fight till tomorrow night, so yeah, just super relaxed, enjoying this whole moment. I'm fighting for the Bellator world title against Cris Cyborg. It's something that in 10 years' time I want to look back on and look at this whole experience, being over here, coming over here during COVID. That's a completely different experience in itself. And enjoying fight week. Enjoying becoming a champion.
yeah. So I mean, how was the feeling? What were the feelings that you got when you got the call to or the fight that you were offered to for this fight?
Oh, well, I kind of knew it was always going to be inevitable. Once, I saw that Cris had signed to Bellator. Have been the number one contender for quite some time. So yeah, we knew the fight was happening, and it's always been a fight in my career that I've wanted. So the stars have aligned, and it's all worked out. And here I am fighting her for the Bellator world title. So it's better than just having a fight with her. It's the fact that I get to fight her and beat her and take that title off her.
Mm-hmm.
Dream come true.
That's awesome to hear. And so, I mean, let's just say that, like, if she didn't have the gold and it was Julia Budd in her place, would have it mattered? Would you had waited to go for the gold and fight Cyborg, or is this just the way it worked out?
No, I'm a big believer in timing, and if that other fight had presented itself, then I would have taken that. So I'll fight, and I've always said it, I'll fight whoever's put in front of me. I've never turned down an opportunity. So yeah, if it had been the fight against Julia, I would have taken that and beaten her too.
Mm-hmm. Right. And now, looking at this fight, I mean, I think it's no secret that Cyborg, she typically likes to engage forward. She likes to put on the pressure. I mean, right from the start and most of her fights. So, you being, having that boxing experience, you're two-time world boxing champ. So, how are you going to deal with that pressure? Do you find that boxing's got to come into play? How do you see this fight going down?
Well, I want to establish my dominance early on too. And yeah, maybe push her back on the back foot. But yeah, footwork's going to be a big thing in this fight. Patience is going to be another thing, picking my shots. But yeah, just not letting her get a roll on early on. And stating my dominance early as well, establishing my jab and going from there.
Yeah, because then typically, I mean, you're not the one you don't appear to be afraid to bang. I mean, you engage. You're the one that likes to come in forward. So, I mean, like, do you find what separates you from other fighters that she's had is that they get hit by her and then they tend to cower back a bit. Like they tend to they let her engage that. They let her control that fight. Do you find that's what makes you so much different from other fighters?
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the day, no one really likes being punched in the head, like especially with the 4-ounce gloves. But like I don't want to make it a messy fight early on. Obviously, I want to be a smart fighter, but if it gets to that 5th round and it's close, I'm definitely not scared to stand in front of her and bang it out. But yeah, obviously, we're going to be a little bit smarter than that, through the fight. But yeah, for sure, the idea of being hit's never scared me. And the boxing background's helped with that. having, strong training partners that toughened me up over the years, I guess. But yeah, hopefully we'll be a little bit smarter than copying any of the punches that we don't have to. It's hit and don't be.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can get out of this fight with a few less scratches than you have to, and get paid and win the title as well, I mean, that's a pretty good night.
Yeah, definitely. But there's always, I guess, a turning point in a fight where it's not going to be pretty anymore, and I know that I'm going to be walking out of there with black eyes and this and that, and it's like, it is what it is. I'm not here to look pretty, and I don't. I couldn't care less about that. I'll leave it all in that cage tomorrow night, and not even worry about what I look like when I get out of there, because I'll have that belt around my waist, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely. So I hear there's a lot of this confidence in the air. So having all this confidence, and riding a 3-fight win streak, are the fans going to see this take play or translate into your fight?
Definitely. I mean, I bring that confidence from my training camp. I've had a very solid training camp. We've been training for months and months, but more so the last, the tail end of my fight camp, we really stepped things up and brought me into this fight, in the best shape. I know that everyone sort of says that every fight camp has been my best fight camp and this and that, but, every fight camp you should be working on things and improving, and that's what I do. I've left no stone unturned, as I do in every fight camp, but yeah, this one we really stepped things up, and that's where I take my confidence from. I haven't left on any stones. Like, we've covered everything. So I think that my style and our game plan is what will bring home the title.
Absolutely. And, it's no secret for yourself, you've been in the game for a while, and you've really made a name for yourself. But let's, you say you beat Cyborg on tomorrow, and you win, you win the gold. So where do you find that puts you? Is that going to put you right in the mix with that, one of the greatest? How do you see that?
Well, definitely not taking anything away from what Cris has achieved in her career. Like, even with her loss to Amanda, everyone sort of straight away called her the GOAT. But yeah, you can't take away the fact that she's been the champion across all the organizations as a featherweight, and she's been doing this for a long time. So definitely puts me up there. This is my legacy. Fighting and beating someone like Cris is massive. So yeah, it'll definitely put me up there. I'm not looking past this fight. Obviously, I said in another interview, I've got plans of what I want to do post-fight, in my career once I win this gold. And it is all pending on, what I need to bring this title home so that I can, voice my opinion and get a few more things, get Bellator over to Australia so I can fight and, bring the show over there, and possibly open up new divisions in the promotion, and just other ideas. But I'm not looking past this fight. My main focus at the moment is tomorrow night, and then, we'll go from there.
That's awesome to hear. And, you talk about bringing the title back to Australia. So, do you have any plan? Like, should you win tomorrow? I keep wanting to say Saturday, because a lot of the fight cards are always on a Friday or Saturday here. But, say you do win tomorrow, you get the title and you bring it back to Australia. So do you have any plans that you want to do, kind of like a tour? You want to visit local friends, family, do media? Like, what do you have any plans for that, or are you just staying focused on this fight?
Staying focused on this fight at the moment. I actually haven't organised anything or anything. Really thought much past this fight. I know that we do have 2 weeks quarantine when we return to Australia. That was part of the, the agreement of us, receiving a travel exemption and being able to come over here to America for this fight. So yeah, we'll be stuck in a hotel for 2 weeks, celebrating in a hotel. But I haven't really thought of that. We'll just focus on tomorrow night first, and I'm sure Australia is going to do big things for me when I get home.
Of course. And are you kind of expecting that a lot of that media at the airport kind of situation? How is that?
It's a hard one again, because we pretty much get off the plane and then get taken straight to quarantine. So it's not going to be the big hoorah. But you know what? I'm not even focused on that. For me, my focus is on fighting and winning the world title. That's all I care about. So the fact that there's no crowds, or there's, things are a bit different, I couldn't care less. The fact that I'm in here this year with everything that's going on, fighting for the world title, that's my main focus. And that's all that's on my mind.
100%. Now, I guess for yourself in this fight, how do you see this fight playing out from round one till whenever the fight ends? Do you see Cyborg coming out aggressively? How do you envision her coming out to you? Do you think she's
Um,
cautious with you? How do you see it happening?
I'm not really sure. Obviously, we've done a lot of mental preparation for any scenario. It's MMA, so who knows? It depends on, I guess, what person, like what fighter she rocks up on the night too. But I'm ready for any situation. If she comes out raging in the first round, which is what we're sort of predicting that she'll do, but she might come out cautious because she was put in a place with her fight with Amanda. So it'll be interesting. But either way, we've prepared, physically and mentally for anything. So we're ready to go.
Well, Arlene, I wish nothing but the best for you. Good luck with your fight tomorrow night. Arlene's fighting Cris Cyborg tomorrow night. What time is it again?
It'll be around midnight. Over here. So the main card kicks off at 10 p.m. So yeah, a nice late one being main event.
Well, Arlene, again, thank you for taking a short time coming on my podcast, talking about your fight. Again, good luck, and hopefully we'll see that belt in Australia.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thanks again.